How was yesterday? How was everything going for you, just adjusting and get down here to Tampa? Saw on your YouTube you're moving down and everything. Pretty excited.
Yeah, I tried to get down here early so I could connect with some guys on the team already. Like Antoine, he helped me a lot, get me with certain coaches that I needed to talk to learn extra. And I was just happy for this opportunity, just grateful. I just want to prepare myself the best I can, for this rookie camp. And yesterday was a good day.
Todd Bowles said yesterday when asked about you, very intelligent and very loud. I know he likes. Communication.
I'm just being cool right now, but I get really loud. But that's the number one thing you have to do as a safety is just be able to communicate and just be an extension of the defensive coordinator on the field.
Speaking of Coach Bowles, I know there was a video. Actually, the Bucs just tweeted it out. It was your kind of celebration for signing with the Bucs, and your dad said some really kind things about Coach Bowles. What have been your impressions of him?
He's a great coach, great leader, and he's very knowledgeable about this game. And to have a guy like that I could just go talk to whenever and learn football, and him also helped me get this opportunity. Him and my dad got on the phone right after I had signed, and he told them that they was interested in me and they can't wait to see what I could do here. And I just want to, make everybody proud, especially Coach Bowles.
As a free agent, you had choices, right? So what made you think that this would be a great situation for you?
Man, look at where we at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just look at the whole coaching staff. It's real supportive coaching staff. Everybody wants to see everybody do good, even the guys on the team. Just been talking to everybody. Everybody's cool. We all want to see each other win. And it's just a great environment, to thrive in.
Shilo, Todd Bowles was talking about the need for ball hawks this offseason. He wants more ball hawks in the secondary. You had 4 interceptions at Jackson State. You had pick 6 at Colorado. Forced 4 fumbles. What about taking the ball away is in your wheelhouse?
It's just an it thing. Either you got it or you don't. But throughout my whole career, I've always been, a guy that gets the ball out in any way, shape, or form. Forced fumbles, picks, it is what it is. I'm going to get the ball. And, that's the whole part of playing defense. We want to get offense the ball.
What was the draft process like for you in terms of whether your expectations were of being drafted or whether how confident were you going into the draft?
I put in the work. I film. It is what it is at that point. Now it's up to guys playing, and you see how everything unfolded. Everything ended up being great for me and my brother. I know he's alluding to him too. So. Everything was good. We're just excited for these opportunities we have and the situations that we're in, and we're just thankful for everything.
You celebrated your brother's moment, getting that phone call like it was your own. Just can you talk about what it's been like having to experience all of this for the first time with him and just what that moment was like for you, knowing all the work that he's put in?
He's been missing me. He's been calling me in the morning. He'll call me at like 6 a.m. because we're on the same schedule right now, actually. I think he's doing an interview right now, too. So, he wants some brotherly love. He misses me and stuff. His big brother's not next to him no more in practice. And, we talk a lot. So.
Did y'all catch up after yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, he'll call me in the morning, and he actually called me. I stayed later to meet with Coach Rashad, and he had called me during the meeting. I'm like, bro, you messing up my study session, bro. You need to be studying right now. But, we talk, actually. I think he really does miss me, though.
Shilo, you had a couple years at South Carolina where you weren't with your dad or your brother. Is that transition to Tampa Bay going to be a little bit smoother? Because you were all together as a family at Jackson State and Colorado for multiple years.
I think every step of my life, everything that God put me through prepared me for things that happen in the future for me. So South Carolina and going there and getting on a new team, new environment, new locker room, new coaches, and having to work my way up from not playing at all to, getting some play time and what it takes to be trusted by the coaches. That taught me a lot. And as a safety, you got to be trusted knowledge-wise, and that comes from preparation and studying, and that's all I've been doing this whole time.
Not only was your dad a Hall of Famer, also played defensive back. I'm sure he's given you a lot of advice now coming down here. Is there something that's at the top
the best piece of advice that your dad has given you now, being an NFL player?
Well, him as my coach, he teaches us how to practice, how to go full speed, and how to prepare. So I just listen to him and the coaches he's hired, along this college career that I've had, and just took bits and pieces from everybody and just put it all together.
You've talked about the fact that like every step that you've been at in your life has taught you something different. You've spent so much of your life living under the microscope, streaming a lot online, social media, things like that. So what has it been like for you kind of experiencing these moments, these high highs, but also moments of disappointment, like having to experience that like in a very public way?
Well, my take on being disappointed in lows is like, it's not really low because you can't change the past and you can't really do anything about something that already happened. So I just trust God, and I always end up doing something great. So I just know it's going to happen, and whatever is happening currently is to learn or to grow from.
Is that kind of the attitude then you take from like not hearing your name called on draft day, but instead you get a phone call, you get to choose your spot, going to a team that you think you have a great opportunity at? I mean, is that the silver lining?
I don't know if y'all know, but the Bucs was the first team to call, and they gave me a chance before anyone. So I'm forever grateful to the Buccaneers, and I'm just going to do everything I can to help this team win.
And
Everything in my power to help this team win, and that's all I want.
At what point did they call?
So, right after the draft ended,
Oh, right.
I was on a stream because I streamed the whole draft. So I was like, all right, y'all, I got to go talk to Coach Prime. I got to go get on the team real quick. I'll be right back. So I left. As soon as I walked down the stairs, my agent called and said, Bucs offering you a contract. And I think I did the Dougie bout for 15 minutes. But nah, I'm just, so grateful for the opportunity, of them giving me this chance when nobody else would at that time. So,
Shilo, to talk about iron sharpens iron, right? And you're going as a defensive back against Mike Evans, Chris Godwin when he returns to the field, Jalen McMillan, who had a great year with 8 touchdowns, and now Emeka Buka. What is that going to be like going up against a star-studded wide receiving corps in practice?
it's going to be great. That's just going to make everyone better. And I'm a competitor, so, it's just a blessing being able to practice against guys like that.
Have you had any contact with any of the veterans, Antoine Winfield, anybody reach out to you, or not yet?
Yes. I'm already preparing on Sunday to get in the safety group chat for all the snacks. I'm going to be the snack guy. So we're just going to get a wholesale. I'm going to have everything everybody needs. So,
What are the snacks of choice?
because the meetings are really long, so I understand. So,
You gotta be fueled.
yeah. But we'll find out on Sunday. I might have like a little spreadsheet with everybody's favorite stuff on there. You know what I'm saying?
What about for you?
I'm just a rookie.
But still, the snacks are important for you too.
Yeah, but I have to bring my own though.
Oh.
I gotta make sure that the vets are good. You know what I'm saying? Because they really been helping me and teaching me a lot of stuff. I'm really grateful for that. So that's the least I can do.
What are your thoughts on Tampa so far and the plan before training camp for yourself?
The plan before training camp, I got out here early and just to prepare, walk around and feel the heat. Walked around the beach, trained at Plant High School, I think. Trained up there. Shout out to coach. And, just really try to get myself acclimated to this. And coming from Colorado really helped me, like, wind-wise, like, with my conditioning. So just being out here, being ready to go, and, being mentally prepared to be the safety that coach wants me to be, communicate, be a leader, stuff like that.
What beach did you go to?
Good. Gotta get going.
Clearwater.
Good choice.
Hey, y'all give me some beach recommendations also.
Oh,
You
yeah.
hit the nail on
Pass the
the
grill.
head.
Same team.
If you want,
St.
if
Pierre.
you want
the
like
key.
no people, Fort DeSoto.
All right,
Like
bet.
if you want really like nature, like all nature, Fort DeSoto.
All right. Are y'all going to be at practice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.